So we all know that the Yamada Asaemon are all unique individuals in their own right. You know, you have the cool, calm, and collective Jikka. You have the insightful Shion. You have anatomy-crazed Fushi, academic lover Seta. Either way, each one of the Yamada Asaemon brings forth new elements for the story. And the element that Jikka brings is one of pure level-headedness to the current situation, which is something that Shugen, well, it's not really bringing, because Shugen is thinking more so line of what their government believes, while Jikka is just thinking, well, how can I become head of the Yamada Asaemon estate, as well as take care of these problems on this island? Because if the problems on the island do not get quelled, then those problems can very much so reach the mainland. And once it hits a much, bigger area, it becomes a much bigger problem. Because then you won't have just a handful of people to worry about being infected and such. You'll have an entire country of people to worry about being infected and such. And so, having this kind of insight, he basically decides to take the ragtag group of people that have come together and go after the Banko that is being controlled by Zhu Jin, the Tensen. Now, of course, this Banko, gigantic fucking flower, has 5 different tendons, or tandons, or the fuck it's called. Basically, what's plant hearts, okay? So, each single one of these plant hearts needs to be cut down simultaneously. And the only way for them to make sure this happens, Yuzuriha is the only one who's not going to be partaking in this fantastic battle, but she has a very important role, and that is to basically blow a horn, and everyone should sync up their attacks all at the same time. Now, granted, they're not all going to sync up right away, but sure enough, eventually they will be able to sync up their attacks out of, I guess, pure fucking luck. And so, with each single team going against the tandon that is the opposite element of their Tao, basically. Now, there's no use talking about who's going up against what. The only ones you really need to know about from this volume is, one, you got Narugai and Shion going up against a bunch of Mudan. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that part. So each tandon is basically producing its own Tensens. Granted, these Tensens, whether the Tensen itself is alive or not, does not have the same power as its Tensen counterpart did. Or rather, it has like maybe 1/5 of that power. So, pretty much, Narugai and Shion fight a bunch of Mudan. As we know before, Mudan was the one that they had confronted back in like volume 5 or 6. One of those 2 volumes. And Mudan has given them a lot of trouble. Now, like any other situation, Shion has always been the one to basically take up the helm of the battle. And after, witnessing people over and over and over again, basically telling her to stand back, I'll take care of this. She fucking had enough. I was like, no, I'm the one gonna be fucking taking care of it. And I like that a lot. I like it when authors make sure that characters, even those that you would never think to take the helm of the limelight, and then suddenly surprise you by doing so. So that moment was a shining moment for Narugai, honestly. Then we have the most important aspect of the entire volume, and that is Gabimaru and Sagiri going up against what looks like Gui Fa. Here's the thing though. Gui Fa, these clones, don't even match up to what Gui Fa can do, because the thing is, Gui Fa, as we know, was able to, I can't remember with Gabimaru or Sagiri, that he basically almost made kiss the ground because of his control with gravity. So yeah, but the two of them actually don't really get to fight these Tensen clones because Shija, that Marilyn Manson looking woman that I think it's a man too, I don't fucking know, shows up, kills all of them quickly, and her and Gabimaru have their fight. And it turns out, at first, Shija was winning, and actually Gabimaru was actually trying to get Shija onto their side, but seems like Shija is 100% for the cause of Kumaka Cure. So Gabimaru's like, fuck it, because I gotta kill you. And during their exchange of words, basically, Gabimaru learns that his wife is in fact real. That she does exist. Because Shija basically tells him that, you know, they're both just playing a game of pretend. That their little normalcy is just that. It's blatant acting. They might as well be playing Dungeons and Dragons every night when they're home together. And this is what sets Gabimaru off. Because that is what basically aligns his yin and yang again, and he turns the tables on Shija. Now, at the very end, Shija makes sure that all of the surviving ninjas that are there on an island basically commit suicide by blowing a horn made out of her own hair. You know what? Shija's starting to remind me of Palm from Hunter x Hunter, with the whole hair built, the whole ability with utilizing her own hair. Granted, I think in some aspects Shija is a more rounded out character. In the short amount of time that we have come to learn about this character. Also forgot to mention that Jikka is plotting on having Shugen killed by the Choze brothers, Akaza Choze and Toma Choze. Don't know if that little plan is going to go through yet, because nothing has come of it. At the very end of the volume, it seems that Jikka and Gantetsusai are going to be facing off against probably the biggest tandem out of all 5 tandems that the Banco has produced. Oh, another fun fact. Zhu Jin, the reason why anyone that gets touched by the creatures that the Banco creates that are not the Tensen, why they just suddenly just turn into flowers and shit, is because Zhu Jin, deep inside of the Banco, can literally see like every single type of Tao all across the fucking board. So that's why. And with that being said, what did you guys think of volume 11 of Hell's Paradise, aka Jigokuraku? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you'd be so kind to give this video a thumbs up, that way the YouTube algorithm will know that my shit's worth watching. Also, make sure you hit that notification icon and make sure the bell is a ring-a-ding-dingin'. That way you will know when I put out another video. And if you want to follow me on any social media platform, make sure to check out what I'm on after I say goodbye, because it's all in the credits.